Welcome, everybody. We're back with another episode of the Call on Me podcast. Real people, real conversations, real life. I'm Danero. As usual, I got Miss Monica and I got King. So today, we just want to ask everybody, how far are you willing to go for your kids? And this conversation comes from the recent events here in Indianapolis. There was a young 15-year-old boy that robbed and also killed a 15-year-old boy, well, girl and boy, two kids gone from this, and a 15-year-old did it, which led to his mother actually being the one to turn him into the police. So, King, how far would you go to keep your kids safe?
I think I'll go to any extent. I don't want to sound biased, or I don't want my followers to get upset with me. And I got my fans here too today. So
right.
No, but really though, I just, as a father, I don't see myself taking my kid to jail.
So is that under any circumstance?
I think so. Now don't get me wrong. I think some situations you have to be in them to really truly know what you're gonna do though. That's what I think. So it's easy to be like, oh, I ain't doing that then when you get there, because like I've thought about it a lot. Like, dang, maybe the mom was worried about her son though. Like
Yeah,
maybe
his safety.
True.
Yeah, or he could have been like,
do you want him to stay out and the streets get him?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe she thought that was best. Or you don't know. We don't know him personally, and I'm not trying to speak on him, but you don't know how he is mentally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't know. There's so many factors to that. But I just, from my experience,
Don't
and
see
sitting in
yourself.
jail, I don't see myself walking nobody there.
What about just calling the police and telling them to come get them?
Think about it. We hang with murderers right now.
Yeah, we do. We
I
do.
don't-
We do. We do.
They ain't in jail. We ain't turning them in.
I absolutely
it,
would
though.
not
You
go
like-
to that extent.
If you know
It's some
somebody
weird
that did
it's some
something
weird
though,
dynamics
and you
with
ain't
that.
called and told them in, you ain't turned them in. So what
Yeah.
about them people?
You teach your children. You implement the guidelines for your children, right from wrong.
And you also make your friends be accountable.
You
Okay,
can't.
but
You
I
can't
mean-
make your friends be accountable. You want them to be
But
accountable.
I mean,
you
even
teach your children.
Even teaching your kids, what about when you get past that? My mama taught me a lot of stuff. She didn't teach me
She
to
definitely-
be how I am. She didn't
did.
teach me to be in the streets.
She
or none
definitely
of that.
When you- when you think-
the whole thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That was a choice that I
Yeah,
made.
right. But look at where you are now. Because of the choices your mother put in front of you, you
That's
made
God's grace
decisions,
and
you
blessings.
came out the way
Yeah,
you
and
should have came out.
I mean, and that's an easy, like we've talked about before. That's, you this close, like what Anthony talking about, being in the neighborhood. We pretty much all did the same thing. Some of my homeboys is doing 20-something years,
Or dead.
10 years, 5 years, dead. And some of us is still here scot clean.
Blessed.
I teach my boys straight up. So, they had this whole thing with the Grundy case where one of the guys told on them. And I set all 4 boys down and I said, listen, if you are
Lot of
going to
kids.
run the streets with murderers and drug dealers and killers, if you running with
Is
them,
y'all table long? Y'all
and
dinner table?
and yes, if you are running with them
Picnic table.
and helping them and running with them and agreeing with them and driving cars for them, you can't snitch. You got to go sit down there and do the time with them because you were cool with it while y'all was living that life. You was reaping the benefits with them. And now you want to turn snitch to save face. I don't agree with that.
See, and that's
I don't agree with that. So, but if my child murdered 2 15 and 16-year-old kids, I, as a mother, could not look at them as, I would think something's wrong. You think about the stipulations around that.
Maybe the mom was scared.
Yeah, but wait.
I mean, and
as
that's
a
what we-
parent,
that's what
you
we
a
talked
killer.
about.
You
Yeah.
killed 2 innocent kids. And I got to sit and look at you and hide with you and wonder if you're going to snap. Are you going to shoot me? Are you going to hurt me?
Yeah, where his mental state
That's
is.
exactly what I told
Are you
King.
going to kill
I said,
again?
Like,
Because
what
how
if-
far are you willing to go? Are you
what
going
if
to keep
this-
hiding? Are you
this
going to keep
woman
moving
is
state
a-
to state?
This woman's a single parent, or if the father is there or anything, that this boy done caught 2 bodies.
2 bodies.
Ain't no more, hey, go clean your room.
Allegedly. Let's
Be
make
in
sure
the
we
house
throw that
at- be in the
allegedly in
house
there.
at 10
He
o'clock, 'cause
allegedly
if-
caught 2 bodies.
Yeah, allegedly. If you not built like that, how you gonna come to somebody that's already proven that they can take
They
it to
with
the
that
next
life.
level?
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a big step. It's already a big step from being, just a dude that's out being outside in the neighborhood.
But now you taking
then
this,
it's another step.
but you still take this kid. To
But hold on,
jail.
but I'm saying though, like the levels of it. You can grow up in the. I know plenty of people
Grow up in the
you
street,
grow up
don't
in the
do nothing
hood
street.
and don't do street stuff.
Yeah.
Then it's another level to run in the streets. Then it's another level to carry a pistol. And then even everybody with a pistol ain't gonna
Ain't
shoot.
the killer. Yeah, you
it's
don't
a
shoot.
whole nother level
To be the
to be
shooter.
the one that's the shooter.
I mean, we all know that, but
You
I'm
know what I
saying
mean?
though,
So
like you
how
still
would
take
you
this
feel?
16-year-old boy.
How you gonna approach?
You take this 16-year-old boy at the end, and don't get me wrong, he's wrong. You don't do nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just being hypothetically speaking, playing devil's advocate. So to
If
speak.
your child killed somebody, you couldn't turn them in.
No, I cannot. But because at the end of the day, though, you still gotta go to jail with grown up. Like you still kill people, so you ain't that safe in there.
Yeah,
either.
but you wanted, hey,
So you, regardless, you still
But
gotta.
you
survive.
you
kinda
want to be
asked for
grown,
it.
you gonna be grown.
You kind of asked for that.
Period. When I was running and I got punishments or I got caught, I dealt with the consequences. That's what you teach your kids. If you want to do this, this is what happens when you do this. I had cousins that went to jail for just hanging with people who kill people because they
Well,
never
I'm married.
pulled away.
Look,
They
let
never
me tell you
pulled
something.
away.
I think that's why you gotta have balance. Cause trust me, Tasha's calling the police immediately. My kid's going to the joint.
ASAP.
So that's why I said we probably got to move.
They-
'Cause she's going, and I can't even tell her.
And
She's
she's telling on all of y'all.
And I
'Cause
think
now you
most
done made-
moms feel like that, though.
I think that's where mamas come in at
Yeah.
that they understand
you know
what that
your
other
child.
mother
Yeah.
feel
You
like.
know, yes, and
Because
you
at the
know
end of
your
the day,
child.
everybody lost their kids.
Yeah,
See, 'cause I mean, me personally,
but that mother.
I really don't know where
What you
I
would
would
do.
stand in that situation. Because I look at it as one thing to be, we in the streets, we beefing.
that's
My
a whole,
son kills you
That's different.
over some beef, street shit, compared to some youngsters want to buy a phone and your whole intention is to rob them.
So do
and
they
then
know
to
each
kill
other?
them.
I don't know. I don't know no stipulations. To
I don't
it.
know if they in the same
Because if Trey
neighborhood or
kills
whatever.
Mish, that's a different, like, hold on, you wasn't supposed to. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, that's way, if it's in the circle,
yeah,
then
then,
you,
you got a good.
But
then I
but
could
then
probably
that
walk
made
you
me
there.
But
think
then
of,
you no longer trust the circle. So that's what I mean. Like as a mother.
oh, it's fractured after that.
Yeah, as a
Because I'm
mother
gonna be feeling like
with 4
your
sons.
people, and I mean that's street shit 101.
Yeah, exactly.
Your people killed my people.
Yeah.
Whether you did it or not, you guilty.
You guilty.
Yeah.
We
And,
coming to get
and what do you think your
whoever
mother's
out
gonna
So
say?
if Arian and Asia get in a fight, we ain't the same.
Fighting is different.
When they
You
get
gonna go through that.
When
You-
they, when
when
they
you
got in a
brothers
fight
or
and then one of
sisters,
Asia's
like, we
friends
gon-
started shooting at him, like, because she just was in the moment. Then are we not cool now? Or
Did
do we
anybody
gotta
get
watch
hit?
each other?
I think you can still come back from that. Pull your kids like we gonna
if
come
what?
sit at this table,
If
but
what?
your kid
A
kills
shootout.
my kid.
You're not coming back from that because it's either this. It's either you ain't gonna turn your kid in, and now I'm suffering.
Well,
or
see, I don't think I could sit there and say
You gonna turn your
Jeremiah
child
killed
in.
Trey or something, right? I don't think I could sit at the table and understand. Like you killed my kid. dude,
Yeah.
at the end
Yeah,
of the
'cause I
day.
mean,
You get what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna be able to
because you
sit
gonna
here,
want
like,
justice.
friendships get
No, I'm
fractured
choking. I'm
from
about to choke myself.
that.
But that's what I mean. You don't want that parent to have justice, but you want justice.
No, I would want to kill him myself. I would
But
want
that
to
would
take it
be
to jail.
but that would be your means of justice. Listen, somebody killed my father, and as a child, I wanted him to die. As an adult, I was content with his prison sentence. As a child, my mind wasn't right.
But see, I
That's
think
some
of
growth.
it.
I
didn't get that
I
logic.
think of it as this though. I think of it as even though you murdered, right? That guy in jail is still living, waking up.
And that's what I mean.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
so
Getting food,
again,
like,
I would turn
I
my
gotta go
child
to a
in for
grave
that.
site.
I would
Somebody gotta feel this
and
part.
that's why I would want justice. Listen, Levin, Landon, Isaiah, DeWine, you have to go turn yourself in because something that I have that mother does no longer have, she can never touch her child again, see her child again. You have to make this right in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, so me, it's when it comes to stuff like that, I'm not willing to go that far. Now there's things I'm willing to do for my children. You know, there are things that I'm willing to do. You know, my stepson lives with me right now. His mother.
Hell, you working all day.
His mother
You are-
his
Yeah.
mother
What
you talking about?
is
You
having problems.
pulling 12s.
He lives with me. And the first thing that Levin and DeWine came to me, Levin and Isaiah came to me and said was, can he live here? Of course I wanted to say, hell no.
See,
I don't need no more kids
but see,
living
That's
here.
what I'm saying. You saying how far you go, like.
But that's
had
my
a-
child now.
I've had a jokingly conversation with my daughter, and I tell her like, look, there's one thing in this world. I don't care what you do. If you go get high, get drunk, whatever, you call me. Don't let nobody take your innocence.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. If that happened to her, I'm not calling the police. Like
That's
hey,
a
I had-
whole nother
I'm going
level
to
of
get
disrespect.
You. That's what I'm saying.
You
Like,
on
I
you
ain't-
on the same level
It's
as
over.
murder.
It's over.
But that made me think
I'm
of
not
something.
calling
Though.
police. Oh yeah, he did this to my daughter. He needs to be punished for this.
Nah,
Yeah,
come pick
right.
him up. he's over here, he's bleeding out. You might
Yeah.
want to get here quick.
Because
But-
you won't just.
What
But
he saying,
it made me
7
think
pounds?
about
I'm calling it
or take it, like take
homicide.
it. You know what I mean? Oh, you take mine, I'm taking yours.
Yeah.
But
but
that's
hold on,
that's how it goes.
Call it
Go, Danny.
When Monica was talking about the snitching thing, I was following the post on Facebook, and people that didn't agree with him said she's snitching.
Who, the mama?
Yeah, the mama, comparing
She doesn't
her-
live by that
but
code
look,
of ethics.
comparing her to a rat and all this, and somebody pointed
That's
out, broke
stupid.
it down real good though, that the real term of snitching is me and you doing crime together.
Period.
Then I tell.
I get caught, and I tell on you.
That's a snitch.
That's a snitch.
Not Niecy who go to church on Sunday and feel like she's making the world
Yeah.
better by saying, "Hey, they outside and I hear
Yeah.
gunshots." That's not a That's not a snitch.
And I mean that's
she's
what them
morally
blurred
right.
lines is, and that's why a lot of
She don't
times
live by no street
the
code.
code of the streets is blurred.
Everybody
anyway. It's
don't
not
live
the
by
same.
that. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother used to look out the window and be like, "Go upstairs," and she would never call the police, but her neighbors would. Her neighbors would, because she'd be like, "No, because baby, they can track the phone and they'll see who it is." She didn't live by
Yeah,
that.
I know. I had people on
She
my
didn't live
trail
by
at the
that.
end of my
But
at
you-
the end of my building.
Yeah, you can't
Calling
say
on me
that a
constantly.
woman who believes that that's the right thing because that's the way she was raised, and that and she believes in making wrongs right, is breaking a street code. That's not the world that she lives in.
I don't think like that's as far as that. I don't think that's breaking the street code, but every action
Has a
has a
reaction.
reaction.
Every single
So I
one.
mean, when we was in the section, somebody called the police on us. Police pull up. Okay, we busting windows, slashing tires allegedly,
Because y'all was
and
baby kids.
we gonna keep doing this.
But y'all was baby kids.
until you leave or until you stop.
But how do you
I'm
feel
saying-
about that as an adult?
But I'm saying you doing
Now.
what you supposed to do, and we doing what we feel we need to do.
Right. Supposed to do and feel. Okay, so wait, let me ask you this.
Remember you
But
That's
as-
how I felt as a
Remember you
youngster.
dropped that brick
But how
on
do
your
you feel
toe?
about that as an adult? What do you think? What do you think about what you did as a child as an adult?
I mean, when I was a child, I thought as a child.
I spoke as a child, but
I
I came
spoke
a
as a child
man.
when I
put
became
my
a
child
man.
is
And
right
here's my
behind
thing
me.
with that on taking your child to prison.
Yeah, I mean, I look at
as
a lot of
as
things
a
different.
child, your child is upset with you because they feel like you betrayed them. But in a lot of ways, you protected them because
protected them.
because they could get killed, they might become a killer. Their logic is off. Just think, like once you kill somebody, you paranoid all the time. You wondering if people know you are really messed up. Most killers I know are jacked up mentally.
You better believe that mom ain't
Yeah.
regretting what she did.
No, not
Yeah, I want to know like what that if she took them to the station or when they was coming. Like
What are the stipulations behind
probably
it?
called the police.
But what was
Did he-
those moments like?
Yeah, because it
You
wasn't.
know,
it
'cause,
wasn't
like-
the same day.
But like when me and Anthony was talking, it's like the biggest thing is when you ran in the streets and stuff is that knowing that once you take this step,
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
he's gone forever.
Yeah.
And it could have been this. It
And
could have
that's
been.
gonna be the hardest struggle
Exactly.
that I'm giving him. He's gone forever. Cause this ain't like a, tried as a juvenile, a
then you
death
get out of the
happened
door, yeah.
in a situation like this. This is robbery and 2 bodies,
two.
most likely premeditated.
Yes.
That you're going under the jail, and that for me to do the right thing means you gone forever. That's gonna be a struggle because when you have kids, your first goal protect this
Protect the
kid,
kids.
take
But
care
if they
of
give
my
him,
child
but if they
at
gonna,
all costs.
but he's probably gonna take a plea. So maybe he do what?
No,
life.
he's getting life.
The plea is not getting the death penalty.
That's the plea. Period.
That's 2 bodies.
But again, you don't know what that mother said. She could have said, they could have been watching the news. He could have busted out crying, and she could have been like, "Look,
Anything.
I'm giving you 2 days. Either you gonna turn yourself in, or I'm gonna turn you in." She could have been like, "Look, you can't live here. I didn't raise no killer. You got to get out." And then she drove him to the jail.
you definitely not living with me.
You don't know.
I don't know if I'm turning you in, but I guarantee you won't be at my house.
And that's what I mean. You don't know the stipulations behind that because, in my opinion, mothers, we carry a child for 9 months. It's a different type
We
of
carried him my
love.
whole life before they got in there.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, you was shooting them everywhere prior to that. But that's what I mean.
That was
Like
the lucky one.
It's a different love for a mother. So you got to think about what type of courage it takes for a mother
That was a strong
to
move for her
even
to
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm
a strong
saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then the mother more than likely she gonna pay for the attorney. More than likely, she's still gonna do everything she can to protect her child in that situation.
and give up
But me as a
everything.
mother,
still,
I
you
cannot.
still gonna give up everything.
Yeah, and then she's
Work
probably
harder.
fighting her life every day, thinking, "Where the hell did I go wrong?" I ask myself stuff like that when Landon throws the remote control. Like, Okay, I gotta get this under control because he's got anger like I got anger. He's throwing remote controls. He's knocking out windows. And I don't want to be the parent that says, well, Lanny used to do this, this, and that, and now he's robbing banks.
Yeah.
Now he's shooting people. So I am doing everything I can so I don't recreate me or worse. Because when Monica gets mad, Wacko Jacko comes out. Thanks to Danny for that name. But again, you want your children to have a better life than what you have. And part of that is teaching them wrong for right, even after they commit crimes. Like, you still teach, you still educate, you still guide. You don't stop just because, well, he murdered somebody, now I'm not his mother anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. So what's the word?
See, and that makes me think.
But what's the word when you expect, like, your expectations of something, but then you can do whatever you want with it? I can't think of the word I'm trying to say.
I don't get your definition. Your definition jacked up.
So you be like, you can't hit on women. It's not right to hit on women.
Except
you hit on women, but then when somebody hits your daughter, you ready to go.
Hypocritical. That's a hypocrite.
So we're gonna be naturally hypocritical anyway all the time though.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you, I'm not. I swear to you,
that is a natural
if somebody
feeling.
did something to my daughter, this is with two girls. You can hit them, fight them, cheat on them, whatever. Do not take nothing from. You get what I'm saying? I'm not living knowing you walking around. You did that to my child. I can't
free.
I can't do it, man.
And I get your logic on that, but it's hypocritical to say this. It's 3 niggas down there on the corner with a hoodie on. I'm not going in the grocery store.
So what if my daughter called?
But what if we 3 niggas on the corner with hoodies on? You teach your kids be aware of your circumstances, but don't prejudge people. That's the same thing. Like, I don't want to judge those 3 niggas down on the corner with their hoodies on because I don't know what they doing.
Up with 3
but
niggas
at the same time, sometimes I'm the nigga standing on the corner with my hoodie on.
You can say what you want. I give everybody that respect, but you judge the moment I meet you.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It's a natural feeling. It's a natural
judges.
feeling. So again, it goes back to like you said, there are things that King's willing to do for his children that I'm not willing to do. There's certain things that I'm not going to do because I've seen what happens from those things.
You got parents that's, if
It's
you
perception.
get locked up your first time, you better not call me.
That was my
I'm
mama.
not coming down to get you.
When I got locked
Or you
up the
got
first
some
time, I had to call
parents
my
that
auntie. You know what I mean?
Every time
Like,
you get locked up, they
bailing you
down
out.
there.
Bailing you out.
Coming to get you. Coming to get you.
Anybody come
That
get
is
me?
a tough. I mean, I can think of my mama. I can think of my mama when I was doing what I was doing. First off, at her crib, thinking I'm smarter than her. After I got older, and she told me, like, I've been on. I know the difference.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, okay,
She thought you was slick.
She gonna think I've been smoking weed. Like, she like, I know the difference.
Yeah.
I've been there before.
And you are my child.
But all the stuff we've done, I mean, times that we running from the police, and I run on the porch, like, mama, don't say nothing. Turn the lights off. You know what I mean? Because she can hear me, but to protect me, she's not gonna say, "Hey,
He's in here.
he down here."
But look at what
down
you.
here.
But look at
Or
what
if
you
somebody
put,
came to
what
my
did you
house,
put your mama
if the boys
in
came to
doing
my
that?
house,
Like,
and that's what I posted. Like, thinking of all the stress that
That
I
you-
put
yeah.
my
yeah,
mama
I
through.
never ran
It's
home
really
when I
unfair.
did
It's
stupid
unfair.
stuff.
It's
Like,
unfair.
And to even put
It
my
was
mama
selfish.
in that
It was selfish.
situation.
But you a kid though, man. You
But
don't-
yeah,
I don't care.
you don't
I
think
never
that far.
ran home when I did stuff.
Hey,
I
sometimes
ran over
that's the
Chanel.
only place
I
to
ran
get
over
to.
Chanel grandma's house. I put their family in jeopardy. I never ran to my grandfather's house
Hey,
when I did wrong.
I've ran
Shit.
home. If I got a good enough lead, home.
I went home.
'Cause I mean, whenever you in danger, the first place you want to get to is home.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not
You know
go
what I
home
mean?
because I don't want my grandma
Even if it's the
or my
long
mama to
way
be like,
around,
I don't want them to know.
home.
Yeah, I don't
But
want them to know.
I don't think my mama would protect me on something like
Murder.
this. I think is variables to it that
Yeah.
some stuff, she gonna protect me from.
And that's
like
it's
like
levels to
when
this.
she found something in the house that I shouldn't have had that I used to make money. When she gave it back to me, she was like, "The only reason why I gave this back to you was because I didn't know if you owed somebody."
Yeah. I don't want nobody looking for you.
You know what I mean?
Remember when I used to
and
tell you that?
jokingly, of course, I said, like, "Mama, if you know me, I don't owe nobody shit. Whatever's mine is definitely gonna be mine."
But
that
as a
was
mother,
her logic.
Yeah.
Because she had been through it with my pops.
Well, not only that, like my mother would have been like, "I'm giving it back because I want it out of my house. You better give it to who it came from,
My mama
or
would've
whatever."
smoked it.
Yeah, bye. Cut.
She was like, I'm cool for a year, boy.
But yeah, though, man, the situations though that we put our parents through, and just thinking of how far you'll go is not necessarily about a situation like this because,
No.
like we were just saying with Monica, all the hours that she worked just to make sure her kids are straight and don't
Yeah.
grow up like she grew
But see,
up.
what,
My mama put in 16 hours a day on the regular to the point where I thought it was normal.
call on me.
You know what I mean? And that was far, Annie.
But I remember gambling, and I ain't gonna drop no names on this one. But I remember gambling as
That
a
would be
youngster,
snitching.
like,
yeah.
at like
It's
16
different.
years old, and I decided that the dude who beat me out the money, like, you're gonna have to just beat me up because I ain't giving it to you. Like, we're gonna have to go ahead and box. You get what I'm saying? So he didn't fight me. He went and told my mama, like, your son owed me money, right? That's the only reason why he got it, because he wasn't getting it.
Cause your mama what?
My mama said, go get his money and you
give
gonna
it to
give it to him. And nigga put me on punishment. That's the last time I ever got in trouble with my mama. 16 years old. I was on punishment the whole summer.
But think about
You know
what
what I'm
that
saying?
implemented
That's
in
tough.
you. If you gon' shoot dice and you gon' play, you gon' give what you owe.
What I'm saying is, it was the lesson in it. But
Yeah.
at my mom just like, Mama, why you just didn't let me keep my money?
No, because you needed that
He
lesson.
wasn't going to do nothing.
You needed
Bruh.
that. You know what I tell them? I said
My
them,
mama, I
don't
found
sell
some-
nothing, don't buy nothing. That's
I
my
found
kids.
some Thundercats at the park when I was
It's
a
a
kid.
Thundercat.
Brought them
That's you?
home, the little figurines. Brought them home, and Mama made me take them back and bury them where I found them at.
You don't know whose those are. You don't know why they
Hey,
buried them
she,
there.
right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
ain't
But I'm just
yours.
saying,
I'm
though,
not
like-
protecting you on that.
But
But-
sometimes,
but it taught me
like,
a
our,
lot.
Yeah.
our parents, you got to make tough decisions sometimes. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And we don't see it because at the end of the day, you know, when I talked to my mom about it as I became an adult, she was like, "But you made your bed, you got to lie in it.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, you can't be the bully. Like
And look,
that ain't
and
part
even
of
though
it."
she taught
And-
you that, you
and
still
get
saying you
yourself-
ain't taking your kids to jail. Because it's the
Yeah.
way you perceive. It's
Yeah.
your
I mean, but you can get
So I
killed.
gotta-
There was so many rounds to it.
Yeah.
Like, what if he would have?
So like, and that make me
or shot my house up.
Yeah.
and that
Yeah,
make me
too.
think of my little nephew. Like my sister's
Oh,
always
my
said,
God.
but her thing was always, I'd rather him be in jail
Yes.
over anything. I'd
and
rather
people
him
didn't
be in
understand that.
jail
You're walking around here.
than walking around out here with the BS he be on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I might be going to
And that was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was her thing. Like I would rather him be
And think
in
about
jail.
what kind of strength as a mother it takes to even say that.
Yeah.
Man,
I would rather
think
him be
about
in
it.
jail.
She probably prayed that he get
I
caught.
hate
caught.
going to jail.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
my son.
Yeah. No.
Like, I need him getting
Today.
pulled over.
And you don't know what her prayer
Today.
is. Her prayer could be, Lord, protect him. Put him in a place where I don't have to worry about his safety, where he can eat, where he can. Because a lot of mothers pray that and their kids get killed.
Yeah.
Lord, protect my son. I don't want to have this worry anymore. Like, it is so hard
What if
for
in a
me
messed up way that was
to
the
be a
protection?
mother of men. Yeah. Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
I protected him from worse.
Yeah.
So I took him. That's tough.
And that's what I mean. Because
That's
hey,
real tough.
I've had people ask me, you got 4 boys. Which one you think gonna be the hellraiser? Which one you gonna be the drug dealer? I'm like, hey, why you gotta put that
Why
on my
would
kids?
you put that on? Why can't they
Why don't
all
you ask
be?
me which one gonna be the lawyer?
Why can't they all
Or
own
which
their
one gonna
own
be the
private
doctor?
practices?
Hey.
Or yeah, you
I
know.
put it on my youngest one.
And
boy.
I tell
know
my
that's
boys that too, to protect them.
Fresh out the womb,
Yeah,
though, they
yeah.
already like, this one's gonna be
Yeah,
bad as
it's-
hell.
and,
Like,
and everybody
damn.
says that to Landon, and I tell Landon all the time. People don't know how creative you are. Stop letting them put crazy on you. Stop.
Oh, that one right there, school shooter,
Yeah.
definitely.
They said Dave Chappelle said, I ain't seen it yet, but they said that they be
Doing the drills.
Doing the drills. He
And the
thought-
shooter- and the
in
shooter learned
there.
the drill.
The shooter in
he said,
there.
you go the other way.
Yeah, or I tell you know the thing, like I said, going back to that, implement things in your children. I tell Levin all the time, stop letting people ask you, hey man, why don't you play ball because you tall? There's other things that black men do, you know.
can be a tall engineer.
and that's his fault because that's what he's gonna be. But those
He can be
are
a
other things you
tall-
teach your children
he can
as
be a
far
tall
as
manager at
implementing them.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I mean, he a tall guy right now at White Castle, but that's what I mean. You know, you implement those things into your children so they know that there is more to life. Because I know they're going to get into some kind of trouble. I got in a hell of a lot of trouble. But you know what? I pray that my kids never get my karma. I always ask God to give me my own karma because I know the thing. Lord knows the stuff
Pay
that
for
I
the
did.
sins of your father. Ooh, I
Let-
got,
yeah,
ooh, I
let-
got one.
yeah, I know you do. But you pray for those things. Yes, Danero.
I mean, this ain't necessarily
name.
about what you was talking about, but so another thing I seen about that situation, people started blaming the mother.
I don't agree with that.
Is this the parents' fault?
No.
Or like this situation or school shooters, what I talked about, mass shooters?
Yeah, they say the mama.
Is it
the mama need to go to
is it
jail
the
too?
parents' fault?
What?
No, man.
What? I don't
That ain't
believe
gonna-
in stuff like that. Now, she would have been hiding her son and moving him state to state and giving him cookies and knowing he a killer and hiding the gun.
But,
Hey, but you know what's crazy?
I
it'd be the
would think
decision.
different of her.
Hold on, let me. Hey, you know what's crazy about that though? Them same people blaming the parent is probably the same one saying I wouldn't snitch on my kid.
Yeah.
And them parents is probably the ones that didn't tell
But
on
I'm
their
saying,
kid
look though,
with the kill list.
Yeah.
Or I just
Like
found
you-
a gun in his pillowcase. Or he
I'm
been out there
beating my
killing-
kid's
been out there killing
ass.
rabbits
No, but
all
like-
day.
but like
Yeah.
you never said nothing.
That's what I told Lanny.
I wouldn't dare take my kid to
but
jail.
but
for
like
that.
you,
Yeah, but
like
you bought
then
the shooting
the
game.
next step, now he killing everybody.
Nah, but like you said though, that's the decision though. Like I'm not sitting here saying, okay, I'm gonna move out of town, and I mean I said it jokingly, but I think the more I lean to it is you just gotta go. But I
Yeah.
don't know if I can take you to jail. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
and
'cause
what
you
if
know
I gotta
better than
go
that.
is, you gonna do me like this? You gonna do me like this? I'm your kid, and they pull a pistol on you.
Yep.
Because
And I-
right now, their mental state is still in a child's
I'm gonna smack the shit out of
Play.
you.
Like pulling my pistol.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you getting shot.
Number one,
you
anytime
I'm about to
I'm
shoot you
around,
in your
I'm probably
knee.
gonna have
I'm
my
calling the
pistol on me,
ambulance,
too.
and they taking your ass to jail. Because now I know you done lost your mind. Because now I know. And that's, hey, my mama.
I'm a firm believer of my mama always saying, I brought you in,
I'll take you
out.
hey.
So I would never, ever, not even a hand, let alone a damn handgun. What you mean?
But I'm just saying though, like you don't.
But I would never put all that blame
On the
on the
parent.
parent.
No. You make your decision.
No,
So that-
and it's hard enough
you
for
make
parents.
decisions.
You
they
don't know
can,
what
they
she
can do
do.
the best for you.
You don't know if she works second shift and her son's supposed to be with her brother and her brother be selling dope in front of him and shooting and killing. You don't know what her life consists of. Because I got again, back to like you said, I got a lot of friends whose mothers was prayer warriors, went to church, cooked, worked double hours for their kids to do stuff. And in the neighborhood that they were in their surroundings, there were drug
Sometimes you
dealers,
get
murders, and
swallowed
killers,
up.
and they got swallowed up.
But you,
Or you hear somebody catch a case, you like,
Him?
yeah. But
What?
I mean, but you just, I think that like at the end of the day though, like even with the school shootings and all that, man, you go out and you make a decision though. Like the person does. That's not like it's people that are prayer warriors, churches, and then they end up creating a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
it's
I'm saying?
people
It
that
ain't
are
no-
prayer warriors that
it
used to
ain't-
be murderers. I mean,
that's
true,
that
too.
goes both ways.
And
It goes-
that's something that me and Jeremy was talking about. Like, okay, let's play if we didn't turn them in. Like, so this kid could go. He could be like, oh, I did this. I can do it again. Or
I got to
what if
change my whole
immediately
life.
after he was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this full 180.
And you going to do that full 180 in
In
the
the
prison,
joint.
teaching church to the other killers and murderers.
Hey, at the end of the day, he still got his life, and them
Yeah,
two
he
kids
still,
don't.
and that's all I'm saying.
And that's
about that.
that's tough. That's tough.
Because if you was to ask my husband, I don't know what he would say.
Cause like say if that's your
Probably
kid though.
it's hard
But
because
say
it,
if that's your
it
kid, though.
goes
Say you-
against everything you've been
Say
taught
you the
growing
mama-
up in the
say-
streets is to never tell, never work with
But
the
say
police,
you the
never
parent. But say you the
cooperate.
parent though, of the kids who lost their lives though. Even him sitting in jail is not gonna bring
No,
him back,
it's-
though.
it's-
You get what I'm saying? So you,
But sometimes
regardless
that
of it,
gives you
just
peace.
hurt.
Because like I said, as an adult, I'm at peace
I don't
with
know if
that
that's
man
peace,
killing
though.
my father
I don't
and
know if
knowing
that's-
he went to jail.
I
But as a
disagree. I don't
child, I'm
think
like,
that's
oh
peace.
no, kill him. He killed my
He gotta
daddy,
go.
killed him. And until I started reading the Bible and understanding that murder is wrong, and you know we ain't going Bible, but you know we ain't doing that. We ain't going there. I had to come to peace with that. And as a mother, eventually you come to peace with that. Both parents, because now you feel like, okay, he's not out here killing anybody else. You know, I know what those kids were amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She knows what legacy her children made. And yes, they're gone. But at least she knows her children didn't die.
Well,
They
we
wasn't
all
robbers
here.
or killers.
Yeah.
We all here on borrowed time. Though.
Yeah,
And I think that's
everybody.
something that we
Yeah,
forget.
got to value every minute, and
Yeah.
that just made me think of something though. So for everybody that wouldn't turn their kids in, right? So what if that son killed two of your kids?
Oh my God.
What you mean?
Them bodies too.
They are.
What if one of your kids killed two of your kids?
Hey, my
Two
kids
of your
fight
kids.
like
Oh,
they
so like-
fight.
Other kids.
Yeah.
So what
They're
if my-
siblings.
Oh, they
killed their brothers and sisters. Killed their
Oh.
brother and sister.
Because you know
I'm
people
just
do.
gonna kill him.
See, and that's what a
So
lot
what's
of
the difference in
that's- but that's-
turning them in?
but that's what a lot
if
of
they
people
killed
say.
somebody
a
else?
lot of people.
Why would you kill your brother and sister,
Think
man?
about
I
the
ain't
fact-
raised you like that.
Why
Now
would you
gotta
go
die.
and kill two other kids for a phone?
But think about the fathers that shoot they sons because they touch their daughters.
Yeah.
They do that. They kill their sons because they touch their daughters.
I just see again that I don't know, man. I think some situations
Or would you
gotta
give them
be in.
money and send them away?
No, he got to go.
I just thought of that just now too.
Kill
That's some deep shit.
You kill your brother and sister.
both-
You go kill,
Bodies.
you kill your brothers and sisters. You
You
go kill
liable to
your
kill
mama.
me.
Yeah, you kill
Yeah.
your mama and daddy.
Yeah.
He ate the
Yeah,
fucking
ain't
Cheerios.
Yeah, ain't no limit. Then you kill your brother and sister, boy. You
He
knock out
drank
on-
the last of the
you
milk.
but
That's
you
what
wouldn't
I
turn
mean.
them in?
Who?
No, you kill it.
You wouldn't turn them in?
You
No, I probably run. I'm probably next.
nigga, you not fast enough. He got the gun waiting on you.
So you did that?
He gonna be sitting there like,
Hold on, son.
why do you let them play football? They start. I never got to start.
No, I think
But seriously,
naturally though, you gonna call the police for that ASAP.
you ain't gonna be able to call the police.
That's the same thing.
They
I mean,
psyched out their mind.
I don't know though.
But that's what I mean.
like if you actually walk in the house and you see your kid and killed your other two, like
It's just what's
you probably
ingrained with
gonna
us
have a
about
heart attack or
police,
something,
man.
like-
But that's what. But who? Again, back to a fucked up normal. Why is it that not all police are bad? Not all police are
I've
bad.
grown to learn that, but I'd rather not deal with it.
Fuck
and
the
I
police.
get that.
I'm
Excuse
cool.
me.
Like, and
Hey,
I know
excuse me
people
to my audience
personally
members.
that
Okay,
are police.
let's go to this mother the
Cool.
other day. Let's go to this mother the other day whose son got pushed by a police officer
That
in
looked
front
like
of
a
her.
punch to me.
I'm gonna be okay.
Hey, cut that shit out, police.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about that. Me, knowing me, I would have died that day.
Yes, you would have.
I would have died that
Or at
day.
least been going to jail, getting slammed on your face.
But after I talked to my mother about that and talked to my friends about that, they were like, "Yeah, you would have." But look at it like this: when they would have shot you, how would your children have reacted?
Okay, I got a
you gotta
question.
start thinking about the
Call me. This is a
situation you
good
put your
one.
kids in. Because when I pop off in front of my kids, a lot of times I don't even think, and I'll look up, and they'll be in a car. Like that Papa Murphy situation.
Hey.
They was in a car.
Hey, call on me.
What,
King.
King?
All right, check this out. I just thought of this. Straight up.
So this is about to
So
be
what
nuts.
age? What age can you? What age can you jump in a fight with your kid? Cause 16.
How
I'm-
far would you go? Damn.
16,
man.
I'm
I'm gonna
mopping.
tell y'all right now, don't
If
come
my
to my
daughters
house
get-
fighting my kids.
Shit.
Do not come to my
Man.
house.
That thing. 16 on up. You get hit.
Man.
I walk into school and a 16-year-old, it was like Trey getting in a fight here. Sophomore, he done fought
What
a
if he
senior.
won?
Round 2.
What if he
I
won?
don't give a
You go to jail.
Even
Y'all
if
both
you
go to
won.
jail.
Man, round 2.
Y'all
Even
going to
if you
jail.
won.
No, but you.
At least, hey, call your
I'm
daddy.
around football kids.
Call your daddy. I'm
around
ready to go
football kids,
now.
man.
That's
And
where
some
I'm
of them
at.
kids I'm looking at right now, be like, you hit
Huge.
my son. Oh, yeah, we getting it in.
You gotta
You know
pull the
what?
strap
I
on
don't care if it
him.
was his
So
fault.
that's how far he would go.
So that's how far
That's how
you
far
go.
he
And
would go with
that's
his
a
kids.
lot of people. And I mean,
My mama used to come outside and be like, if y'all gonna come over here and try to fight my daughter, y'all gonna fight her one-on-one.
Oh, no, my
Like,
mama was in the street helping them.
my mama would say
That's
that.
one thing
but
I give her.
But
My
even
mama
when
jumped
people
in every
came to
fight.
jump me, nobody jumped me. Now, my brother
mama jumping
My
in.
brother did. Shout out to the people who did this because, they be trying to, love on me. Everybody love a kid. But they came to jump my brother and they was tussling and they slammed my brother down. I instantly start kicking him in the head. And then somebody pulled me off. You can't do that. You can't do that. Yeah, I can. That's a natural reaction. Even Wayne one day, Wayne came over and him and my brother are in the garage tussling. My mama came out there, cut that shit out, and they wouldn't stop. She pulled them apart and said, "I'm not playing. Cut it out." But it's just natural.
See, I'd hit Wayne in his mouth. That
to,
was my
to
son.
protect your
child.
child.
To protect your child.
I'm
So
hitting you.
me, I think with the boys,
Full out bra on
if
this
boys
thing.
came to my house to fight my sons, me being a mother and knowing what could happen.
Who?
I don't know.
If boys came to my house to fight my son, they better be strapped.
Yeah,
Is this
see,
boys
and-
in plural?
Yeah. See, and
Y'all
that's the
better be
thing with
strapped,
that.
'cause I ain't asking
Well,
no
I mean, we
questions.
had a situation when I was in
Not-
like,
Boys ain't what they were when we were young.
they probably already
I fought all
strapped.
the time.
So
as a-
do I go to
as a-
jail for shooting the dude who came to beat
No,
up?
you don't go to jail.
Hey,
They at your house.
What
I've
is that?
always felt like I would rather get you on purpose than
you
for you
kill
to
me by accident.
accidentally kill me.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
the situation we had, like, no,
I
it's
don't know
not.
nothing about what you
No,
talking
listen
about.
to me. though.
I'm
not
not
gonna
an
happen
accessory
like
to
that.
anything
But I'm
you
saying
talking
if the
about.
dude, so Trey,
10-step process, I'm going to get you at 5. We not going through all that.
hey, so Trey,
I'm gonna get
what
you
I'm saying
too.
is Trey is at the crib and he done got into it with some dudes, some teenage dudes, or whatever, and they come over to the house.
What if he's smaller than Trey?
I don't care. What I'm saying though,
You
so
instantly shooting?
What if he's short but he
Who?
cocked?
Are you instantly shooting?
They got hoodies on. It depends. It really depends on the situation.
No, it's 5 guys against your son.
School uniforms, fresh out of school.
Now, I would probably try to talk to the little kid.
Right. That's the first thing you're going to try to do.
But if it go off and you're going to sneak and think you're going to hit him, oh, yeah, we about to tear this thing up. And when I come back down here,
but Tasha's calling the police when they on her property.
You ain't lying.
Tasha's calling the police when they on her property.
Before the cars get put in park.
As soon as the cop pull up, I'm going to sneak me old sneak like, bah!
Tasha's calling.
But we had a situation where some girls, when I was in 8th grade, I think, I'm walking around the corner in the neighborhood. Number one, this is a no-no. You don't come to my neighborhood, period, if you're not from out there. But it's a group of girls outside the door. My mama and Vari at the door, because I mean, from a distance, I'm walking around Keaton TJ house. I see it like, this is odd. You know what I mean? This is odd.
You walk over here.
And I walk in the house, put my book bag up, turn around like, what's cracking?
Yeah.
And it's all girls, but
that's your sister.
come on now. And she 4'8".
And my brother,
I already feel
I have gotten
necessary.
into fights in front of my brother, and you know what he do?
If Aisha
He
get in a
stand
fight,
right over the
if
fight
Aisha get in a fight at
and make sure nobody jumps in.
If Aisha get in a fight at Applebee's with some girls and I don't know them, I'm hitting them.
Yep.
Bro, it's not.
He's hitting girls. He's hitting little girls.
I think the speed that you
He's
jump
going
in,
to jail, y'all.
I think the speed you jump in is if you know how your sister get down.
Hey, what you say? I'm with the
like
shit.
I'm sure George off top is
going
gonna feel like Monica got this.
George,
I'm gonna be close.
Listen,
but I'm sure
with
she's
some
gonna win this.
some girls that are finally right as of right now, my
Asia's at the
Facebook
age
friends
where ain't no-
came to my house to fight me. My brother stood there and was yelling, "Whoop her ass! Whoop her ass! Bet not nobody jump in." I mean, and George is 6-foot rugby player. Nobody's jumping in. But when they came to my house to fight my brother, they looking like, well, it's just George and Monica. I'm kicking dude in the head. Another one. I was rah-rah a little bit.
Yes.
We would pull up at girls' houses and fight.
All I'm saying is,
I was always taught don't
if you
go to
pull
nobody's
up-
house to
Yeah.
fight.
if you pull it up on Asia,
Well, when I moved to Pike, girls didn't do that. But where I came from, girls
boys,
did that.
Anybody can
You
get
getting
it.
pulled in.
Yeah.
Anybody can get it.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. Don't
So
touch
that's
my
how far you
kids.
willing to go. That's how far you willing to go.
To the limit.
Hey,
He's
I
willing
had
to
to
go
go
to
to
the
the
And
limit.
my
school.
kid from Brownsburg, they ain't even really about that though. So somebody got
See,
to.
that's what I wonder about. Like, dang, I got girls.
They mess around, lose.
Trying not to put them in them situations, but
Shit.
I already know with my
just-
family.
you
and
hope that they don't fight.
they
Then you got
families,
social media.
You
somebody
hope-
probably in they
That's the game changer.
somebody
though.
probably right there in their camera. I mean, in their door, recording the whole fight.
Yeah.
Yes, we not going on World Star, not the Kings.
You'll never live it down.
You gonna come out the door.
Man, they gonna,
You little bitches better get off my property.
I'm gonna go viral
See, and
for
that's
kicking
what I mean.
ass. Straight up.
But it's a lot of fathers that probably couldn't stand there and let their daughters.
Man, I
That's
ain't
your baby
going.
girl, you know.
You better not. Hey, look, listen to me, world.
But you would
Don't
make
come
your
over there
son
looking for no
fight. You would
king.
make your son
Ooh,
fight.
I'm jumping in that shit. You
That's
ain't
how
listening
it-
to me.
Oh,
Once they
knees
16 or something, man, I don't
creaking.
give a damn. And
He
if
gonna
I get
beat
to-
your ass.
And if I get to
They
where I
go-
can't fight no more, you know what's next.
They
then.
gonna beat the hell
I
out
can't
of
even out here
kids.
swinging.
Football knees.
You know they
All right, so
They gonna
stay-
pull up at the game.
Hey, look, I'm
So
in the gym
Jeremy-
for a reason.
Jeremy, how far you going for your kids? You turning them in over some bullshit, or you
What's
letting it
bullshit?
ride
Murder.
when the dumb shit happens?
Is it murder? You turning your kids in for murder?
Yeah, murder is different than bullshit.
You got to.
You turning them in?
You know
I
he morally.
can't hear you, sir.
You know he morally right.
You turning them in?
Right, but that's what I mean. It always comes back to your morals, your
Let the
perception.
jury
way
know
you
that that
perceive.
is a yes from Jeremy. Citra, you turning your people in. How far are you going?
She ain't doing it.
Tell you, it's
I'm gonna tell you
hard,
right
man.
now,
It's
she ain't doing it.
tough.
She's not.
It's a conflict of interest when you done grew up in the
She's
street
not.
life.
You ain't even have to ask her, Niecy, where they
Niecy?
going? You.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Niecy turning Nietzsche in. I'm just keeping
Nah,
it
she-
real.
or your grandkids.
She ain't turning no grandkids in.
Like
Listen,
grandkids definitely not.
listen. My mama is not turning in her grandkids.
Like even a situation like grandma, what you doing?
Amen.
Which would be what?
If I have to, I turn them in, and then if I don't have to, I won't.
There you go.
Got you. Because that's like another situation is like when people with the hit and run situations, they usually go home.
Yeah.
Do you turn in your? What about a situation like that? Late night,
Did they die?
nobody dead.
And you
Nobody
was-
know. And I
and
just
you was
lost
drunk.
homegirl. Rest in peace, Bobby Joe.
And
Situation
you
like that.
and you might have been drunk.
Drunk.
And you already
Are
got
you-
3
are you turning
DUIs.
Well, wait.
You turning your
Because
kids
that's
in?
different. Because by the time your kids go to jail, now they ain't drunk. And you didn't, listen, it was dark.
Keep them overnight. Sober
It
them
was
up.
dark. That's vehicular manslaughter. That's not murder no more. Come on
True,
now.
a couple of years.
Yeah,
You
I
only
mean,
gonna do a
5
couple
years
of
do too. That's different. That's different.
Nah,
No, I'm just wondering.
But I mean,
I'm just
I'm
wondering.
saying,
But you ain't- if
you
ain't
gotta know
nobody
what your
gonna-
kids are
hey.
facing. I bet they won't drive drunk again.
Hey, maybe they will.
And are you pouncing on them?
I'm pouncing
In
on
that
any of
situation,
my.
the common theme though with the turning in for the murder.
I'm beating my kid's
First thing,
ass.
I'm beating my kid ass.
That's everybody.
First.
That's the first thing every parent said. I'm
First.
beating my kid's ass. Your kid got a gun. Your kid about to pop your ass. Your kid is strapped.
I think naturally, I'm sure she probably hit that boy though.
Yeah, she hit him.
What the fuck did you just do?
At least slap a woman. You know your mama.
You just took your whole life away.
Yeah, and that is probably what took so long. They had
Called
that
you
conversation.
stupid. All kind of stupid.
Listen, when I wake up in the morning, if you hear we going to the jail with your dumb ass, that's what she's gonna say. You like Grandma said, you got to do what's best for them. And for me, in my mind, I cannot create a killer because one thing I know is, I'm gonna bail you out now. What I'm gonna say? If you kill it, I'm gonna let you slide.
If you kill again.
But if you kill again, I'm gonna turn you in.
Like, man,
Just
they
like we
ain't
know our
doing
children, they
nothing.
know us. They know us.
And,
I gotta do what's best to protect you.
and how many people willing to do that time? Well, if they really do, because I mean, they play a dirty game when it comes to women. Because the first thing, if you got other kids, like, we gonna take your kids away.
Yeah.
That's how they get. That's how you get the dope. We gonna
what?
take your kids away.
At the end of the day,
Start singing like
And
Beyonce.
hold on, let me
at
tell
the
y'all
end of the day,
something.
my heart goes out to both parents.
I'm gonna tell y'all
Yeah,
this.
it's an unfortunate.
Those children,
past unfortunate.
those children are my mother's husband's brother's kids. Because I don't believe in I don't have step parents. But I'm a stepmother. But I don't believe. So those are his kids, and I'm just gonna tell y'all this: he's with the shits. So that mother probably knows that because after 2 days, now you know the parents.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, that's
You
the
you
that's
in
the twins'
harm's
kid.
way. You in harm's way.
He's crazy. You got to go
Man,
to
you
jail.
just took my kids. Like, there's no telling
Listen,
how you gonna react.
Their father
It's
is
a,
with the shit.
And that was another thing
and
too.
that goes back to what Grandma
That's like-
said.
That was another
now
thing
I gotta
too
turn you
with,
in.
with that
But that's-
I gotta
conversation.
turn you
But that's
in.
like if you lose like people who lost their mom though.
And the streets
you're
talk.
never the same. You
No.
know what I'm saying? So
And
it's like,
it's something you can't plan for.
No.
You can't have a plan for if I lose my kid, then this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And this is gonna
Yeah.
happen because you don't know, and you know what's the different stages of mourning. Like first you angry,
Yeah.
and then you
Depressed
change over
and,
time.
yeah.
Like even when you lose your friends,
Yeah.
First thing you want to do is let's go wherever they at.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
When y'all pulled up at my house
wherever.
about
What you
Meech,
know? You know what I mean? Like it's
it was going down.
whatever.
It was 20
And-
people.
And you like and that's how far you willing to take it, like in the street shit. Like when Meech died, it was like the whole neighborhood, we was all going.
Everybody was
'Cause we-
outside my house with guns.
Was with the shits.
With the
we,
shits.
We pulling up. It's a wrap.
But,
And that was the situation.
and what did
that
mothers say? And a lot of mothers, like,
they didn't want it.
rest in peace, Chief. What did Chief Mama say?
Don't want it.
I don't want it. I
Don't
don't
want
want
none
it.
of that.
I don't want no more of that.
Plenty of situations that could have went left. Mothers or just women in the neighborhood, like, please, my kids are out here. Please don't do that shit.
Yeah, because they kids are
Please don't
right.
do that.
Right.
But
You know what I mean?
When you stuck in that though, you ain't thinking like that though.
No.
Now you
You not.
Now that
But-
you
but-
had
but look
your
at how-
own
but
and
You
getting
didn't click,
older, you like,
but it's selfish too.
And her as a mother, Miss Frankie, love her to death. Her as a mother now, what she's also saying is, I lost one son. I don't want to lose another. Because you don't know what my other son about to. Y'all acting all crazy, y'all doing this. That's as far as my love can go. Can y'all not for me?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't have personal conversations with
Yeah,
some of the
just
mothers.
people,
like,
period.
please, you
Yeah.
can talk to them. Please talk to
Yeah.
them for me.
So some
Please
mothers
do this.
don't
Please
want to
do that.
go
And it's
into
like-
that no more.
Then you in that situation like, damn, because now it's like I owe you.
Yep,
Like, to
and
the
you
old,
do.
like,
And who
that's
do
a
you
real-
owe? At the end of the day,
I owe you that.
you owe the mother.
I owe
You
you that.
owe the mother. Yeah, you owe
You
your
in
friend.
mourning, you know
but
what I
this
mean?
is
I'm
what you
feeling
left
some
with.
type of way, but this is yours.
Yeah, exactly. And if
This
that's
is
what you,
yours.
because there's some other mothers that I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be like,
Go
kill that nigga,
get them, get
kill him.
them.
I want him dead. It's some mothers like that.
I mean, I think it depends on what stage of mourning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be going through it. So what's your final thoughts?
My final thought is to protect my children as far as I'm willing to go is they gotta go. They gotta go. I'm turning them in.
And that's your way of protecting.
That's my way of protecting them. I'm implementing the morals that I grew up with. I have to protect you. If this is the life you want to live, you got to suffer the consequences. Period. Now I ain't talking about no drug cases. I'm talking about murder.
King.
I think I'm gonna piggyback off what Grandma said. I think if I ever had to be in a situation, I'm gonna do it best for that
For the
kid.
child, yeah.
But I do not just see myself. Thank God.
Hop in. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah, I don't think I
Dialing
could
that number?
drive them to the station,
Nah.
Yeah,
but
I
they gotta
definitely
go to
wouldn't be able
jail.
to do that.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you almost. I mean, like even if you call the police and they get in the car, I think you almost gotta. Hey, can I ride with my son?
Yeah.
This is over. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
This
it.
is last
can I
hug.
ride with him?
This is it.
You know what I'm saying? Because that.
Yeah, I think I'm where I'm at.
Mm.
I mean, like Andy said, you know, you want the best for both families because it'll never be the same.
Never.
But I would never want to be in that situation, and I honestly don't know where I would be
Yeah.
as far as what I would do because I love my kids to death, but you got to also learn these lessons.
Mhm.
And something so cold-blooded and callous like that, I don't think I can rock with you like
Nah,
that.
nah.
It's hard to tell. Shit.
Street shit's different.
Street
but-
shit,
but
and
something
that's
like
how I
this,
feel.
You just gotta
plotted,
get away
planned,
from me though. Just go. Just,
Yeah,
just
just-
don't, I don't even know. You.
I don't
wanna
want to
know
be
you no more.
around
Even-
you.
but even
and
in
that
that-
would probably be
but
my
that-
course of
but-
action. Like,
But that just go. You
Just
got to
go.
remember that just
Yeah.
go. The streets end up finding out, and now you even more worried. The streets
Yeah.
find out. Streets talk. Streets know.
first,
So even with that go, is listen. you gonna
But
go to
look
jail?
though, that could be you learning your
Yep.
lesson.
Think-
Though. Now
think
you gotta
about
live like
this.
that.
At
think
the end of the
about
day,
this.
2 mothers have lost their children, and all parents should try to do. We all need to step in and be parents to all the children, and try to implement what we feel like is the right thing to do.
And I'm gonna tell you
even
this
to
in-
other people's
I'm
kids.
gonna tell you this in closing too, and it's crazy because we just talked about it at the football yesterday. When you go look at football, you look at the 8-year-old games. The mamas, the grandma, everybody's out there. There's all this support. Then you get to the 12 and 13-year-old games, and it's 4 and 5, and them is the kids who really need it.
They
though.
need
yeah,
it.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
They
Because that's
need
when
it.
you starting to make the bad decisions.
Yep.
And you like that's the ones who need it. But now you've been playing too long, or it's too high, or you know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta
It
work.
don't matter.
The coaches
You
is
know
out
what I'm
there.
saying?
I'll
Yep.
be there when the game is
So
over.
like I think, I mean, because we so quick to say the mama or blame this or how was they raised. Well, I mean, what?
We're the
community-
daddies.
what
We're the
did
community. We're the
where
grandma. We're the
community
auntie.
at, though?
We're the
You know what I'm
coaches. We're the
saying?
teachers.
Yeah,
It
like,
takes everybody.
it takes everybody.
It takes everybody.
But now parents don't even let you help raise their kids though. So.
Nah, I want all the help. You see, hey, if y'all see my kids acting up, beat they ass.
And this situation is a spotlight on a much bigger issue of these kids getting these kids back in line and letting them know like there's other options.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's part of it. Like even talking to my mama about it, she's like, "Well, where'd he get a gun?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
You can get a gun from
"Do
anywhere.
you have the money?"
But he probably got the gun from
you
home.
you can get the gun.
I got a gun. You got a gun. You got a
Anybody-
gun. We all got guns.
It's not hard to get the gun.
I mean, we do. We got
It's
guns.
easy, but
Yeah.
we
you
just
have
gotta
a gun
teach
to
these
protect your house.
kids. We gotta teach these kids that the gun is not.
There's no coming
you know what
back
I mean?
from
There-
death.
There's no coming back.
There's no coming back from death. I tell them that all the time. There is no coming
You
back
know?
from death.
Hey, you know what they say though in closing? Everybody want to get to heaven, but don't nobody want
Nobody
to
want to
Don't
die.
nobody want to die.
And like that, we out. I thank everybody for tuning in. That's the Call on Me podcast.